Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon, Keely.
Good afternoon, Keely.
Hi, Keely.
Hey, guys. Hey, Aquannette.
Hello, Keely.
Hi, Mr. Host. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
You do
Thanks,
very
Markeisha.
Hello.
Hi.
It looks like you have a professional who did your background and your lighting, Keely. Everything is very clear.
Oh, I'm faking it good then.
Yours too, Aquannette. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You have a very good view pointing north towards downtown. So it's a beautiful view here.
All right, guys,
Lots
we
of
are
light.
live.
You're muted.
All right, we are now live.
Okay, are you ready to get started?
Let's get started, Mark.
All right. Good afternoon, Sorry. I'm breaking the first housekeeping rule. One of our housekeeping rules is that we would love for you to turn your cameras on, but we would like for you to mute your microphones until you may be recognized for a question. But in the interim, please turn off the mics and turn on your camera so we can see you. Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom, sponsored and held by the Black Chamber, also sponsored by Valley Bank and the BBIC and Pathways. We're very happy to have you this afternoon to talk about a very important topic, which is having a relationship with their banker. As a CPA who's often involved with helping people identify financing, it's very important that you have a relationship with a banker that helps you build your business in times of need or when you're ready to expand and get funding to go that way. So we're looking forward to the topic. But first, we're going to hear a word from our sponsor, and we're going to have our representative from the BBIC, which is the Black Business Investment Council, and that will be Ms. Markeisha Johnson.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Markeisha Johnson. I am the office manager here, and I bid you greetings on behalf of my organization, Palm Beach County Black Business Investment Corporation. We are your local CDFI headquartered here in Palm Beach County, and our sister organization, Pathway Capital Funding. The BBIC does loan guarantees to Black-owned and controlled businesses located in Palm Beach County, and Pathway Capital Funding does direct lending to small businesses in Palm Beach County, located in low to moderate areas. We look forward to a great conversation today. If you would like to know more about our organization, you can always reach out to us via our website, which is www.pbcbbic.biz, or for Pathway is www.pathwaycf.org. I will also add it in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Markeisha. Looking forward to hearing more. Now I will be introducing our speaker of the day. Her name is Aquannette Thomas. Aquannette is a highly accomplished professional. She has over 20 years of experience and leadership with the banking industry. In her current role as Vice President of Business Development, Officer of Community Lending at Valley Bank, she assists women and minority-owned businesses who are often overlooked by larger institutions. As a DEI advocate, she believes the growth of the success of an organization is achieved through forward-thinking leaders who shape, strengthen, and embrace innovation by working alongside executive leadership to create an inclusive culture that empowers employees to thrive. Aquannette has been recognized for her efforts through the receipt of multiple awards and accolades. She is extremely passionate about serving her community and holds various roles on boards and committees, too many to list. but she has involved all throughout the county, and you'll see her everywhere, and you want a banker who's involved in your neighborhood. Aquannette holds a master's degree in public administration with an emphasis in policy and government, and a bachelor's degree in supervision and management with an emphasis in healthcare management. As a native of the U.S. Virgin Islands, Aquannette is a proud member and a proud advocate of her Caribbean heritage. She enjoys traveling and spending free time with her family. Aquannette is not only a banker, Aquannette is my banker. So she is highly recommended. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Aquannette Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, Aquannette Thomas.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. And I would just like to recognize our National Director of Community Lending here at Valley Bank, Thea Sullivan, and my Regional Director for Florida and Alabama, Martine Pierre-Paul. They're on the call today, as I see some familiar faces. And Martine and Thea may jump in and just add some context and just add some extra nuggets. So thank you all for being here today. So we're going to start out with, discussing how to choose the right banker or business relationship, right? So how do you navigate that? So a business owner's relationship with their banker is amongst the most important when owning a company or looking to be an entrepreneur. Forging a strong connection takes patience and consistent effort. If you're a woman or person of color, having a banking relationship should be prioritized. Studies show that women and people of color are less likely to have a banking relationship, and this can be severely impactful to their business in difficult times. And we saw that with the COVID-19. I believe up to 90% of minority and women business owners who were impacted by COVID-19 were shut out of the 2020 Paycheck Protection Program. And that's partly due to they didn't have the right banker on their side or a strong relationship with their banker. And they were left knowing what not to do and didn't have anyone to guide them in what proper steps to take in order to obtain funding. So a solid relationship can surely secure necessary funding for starting or expanding your business. And it could also ensure the right fit in regards to financial products and services that can help run your business more smoothly. So here are some tips for how to build a strong relationship with your banker. So the first tip is communicate regularly. The first step in strengthening any relationship is regular communication, right? And we could utilize this in business, in our personal lives, wherever we are. Communication is key. So consistent positive outreach, it transforms you from an account number to a personal contact. I hear folks often say, when I go to my bank, I'm just a number. I feel I'm just a number. My particular banker or the staff doesn't recognize me and they don't care. I'm just an account number to them. Well, you can help mitigate that and meet them in the middle by engaging with them in that sense. So a banker cannot be a champion for you or champion for you when it comes down to, let's say, lending or other banking services if they don't know who you are. So the key is consistency, and a good practice is to touch base with your banker at least quarterly. I know that I like to touch base with my clients quarterly and even more often than that, but it's good to touch base with your banker as well. If they're not reaching out to you, reach out to them. Hey, how are you doing? And whatnot. So that's very important, and communication is key. So next is move beyond the small talk. And when I say move beyond the small talk, not just, hi, how are you? How are the kids? Have some real conversations, right, with your banker. The more conversations you have, the more valuable it is, and you're strengthening that relationship. Share what's happening in your business and where you want to take it to the next level. Ideally, you can establish good practice from the first meeting. When you initially meet your banker for the first time, introduce yourself, introduce your business, present your business plan if you have one. And if you would like to take it a step further, and if you have a lending need, produce some financial documents, right? So you all could have an overall conversation in regards to where you would like to go or what have you, in regards to that specific need that you have. So while first impressions are important, following through on expectations is what earns trust. So be sure to provide next steps and update your banker at subsequent meetings and what have you. So the key here is to, if a banker needs some additional information from you, give it to them. Don't let them chase after you, right? Meet them in the middle and just lean in and start trusting and having those conversations and just really bridging that gap and strengthening that relationship. Because the bankers are your advocate. We're the ones inside who are fighting for you. Those are our clients. We know our clients. Our clients want to do A, B, and C, and that's how we'll move the needle forward into getting you the assistance that you need. Next is be honest and share information. So I always like to say honesty is the best policy. If when you feel that you're in a crunch, call up your banker and just be honest with them. Hey, I have this going on right now. I may not be able to make my loan payment this month, or I am overdrafting my account because of A, B, and C. So once you do that, right, so we will listen and we will take action on what we need to do to assist you and provide you with some alternatives. So if you are going to be late on your loan payment or you need to skip a loan payment for the month, okay, we'll work with you in regards to what your situation is. We'll evaluate it and we'll move forward. So always be honest. We're here to help, really, truly here to help you and to guide you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And with that being said, the banker may be able to recommend a service or a solution that would help you through that particular difficulty there that you're going through, navigating through your current situation, so that it may not, you could avoid it later on in the future. But nevertheless, we'll meet you where you are and help you through it. So lastly, and I know if I'm moving too fast, please let me know. Do you need a lot of money to establish a banking relationship? I know I've heard that many times, and no, you do not need thousands of dollars to start a banking relationship. We will meet you where you are. Check with your local bank to see what their guidelines are in regards to establishing a banking relationship. And once you do that, then you should be having a good conversation with your banker in regards to what your present needs and what you're looking to do. And that banker will help establish a plan for you, an individualized plan to assist you in regards to setting up those accounts in a way that will help you and help your accountant when it comes down to tax time. So we always say, your banker should be a part of your dream team. And your dream team should consist of an attorney, your CPA, and your banker. So we're all there to support you, to help guide you and navigate you when it comes to your business relationship and to help grow your business. So those are some tips. And lastly, I wanted to talk to you all about geography versus relationship. So with being in banking for the years that I've been in, I had a lot of clients say, Aquannette, I just opened my account based upon convenience. I didn't really do any research on that particular bank. It was just next door to my house, right? So they would say, oh, I'm not having a great experience. I just did it because it was just close by and, I didn't have to worry about it. Well, do some homework. Every bank is different. Their culture is different. The types of services and solutions that they offer is different. So my recommendation to you is go in and make an appointment, go into that particular bank and have a conversation, interview that banker, ask questions, and make sure that that particular bank is meeting your specific needs for your business, and even on the personal side as well, if you would like to maintain a personal relationship in addition to your business relationship. That is very important. And just because a bank does not have a location that is near you, doesn't mean that you do not have to start a relationship with them. Technology has evolved. We have online banking, mobile banking, courier pickup services. So there you can select the bank that fits you the most without having to worry so much about, is it near me or what have you. That is very, very important. And I have lots of folks, like I said, again, you know, they said, I wish I would have done this in the beginning, done my research, but it's never too late. So just keep that in mind, that you don't have to live near your particular bank. You go where you feel comfortable, where you feel that they are going to work hard for you in your business and be your cheerleader. So from all aspects, whether it be personal, to help get you into your new home, to help fund your business, whatever it may be, you choose a bank that fits your needs particularly. And when it comes down to specific lending opportunities and lending programs, so depending on where you're at in your business, go into, you know, the bank, have that appointment with your banker, let them, just give them an overall review, be honest with them, tell them what you're looking for in regards to funding your business, or if you need a small line of credit, or if you're looking to purchase a building. So that banker should be able to navigate you to the correct service expert in that particular field. So when it comes to lending, we have many types of lenders. So we have business banking, we have commercial lending, we have SBA, and my favorite, of course, is community lending. I know I'm being biased, but so that's and that's why I'm a community lending lender for Valley, and we focus on our small business clients who are looking for access to capital from $5,000 to up to $100,000, and making it easier for them to obtain capital. So by not requiring financials and primarily looking at your credit picture. So we try to make banking, we make it easy for you, and that's what you should be looking for when it comes to your banking relationship, especially on the business side as an entrepreneur, small business owner. So that is my presentation right now. And let's see, it's 12:17. So we have some time for some questions from the audience. Please feel free to engage, ask questions, and we have some, I see some our Valley folks are on the line. We'll be able to add some context as well. Mr. Sanchez.
I'm gonna jump in.
Yes, go ahead. Is that Martine?
It is Martine.
Okay,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
jump
Martine.
in just to echo what you were saying about choosing your right bank. Often we, as a woman-owned business, minority-owned business, happy International Women's Day, everybody. We see that there's a relationship with the teller at the branch. There's a strong relationship with the teller at the branch, because that's the person who takes your deposits, gives you your cash. I think it's a great opportunity to ask them, you know, do you have a community lending division, you know, at the bank? Do you have a minority banking division at the bank? I'd like to get connected with that person, or I'd like to get connected with somebody in business banking. So if you're not currently sitting down with your banker, wherever your banker is, to discuss the present of your business and the future of your business, if your relationship currently is with the teller, ask them to set that appointment for you. That's all.
I have a question from Celicia Smith-Gordon, and she says, thank you, Aquannette, for sharing the relationship importance. Can you share if similar relationships should be considered when organizations and associations select a bank, especially if there's a desire for sponsorship or support?
Yeah, so I have seen when it comes down to our organization, so nonprofits or different types of organizations, when it comes down to support, historically, I've seen if they have a relationship with that bank, they're more, they will lean towards supporting them in some capacity, financially or sponsorship of that type. So it all depends on what type of event or sponsorship is needed. But the bank will usually support those organizations that are banking with them, whether it be from a sponsorship or from volunteerism, but we try to engage and assist in that way. So I hope I answered that okay, if you need more context.
And if I could just jump in here, we especially like organizations that fit within to the Valley pillars. And with us, it's helping the communities with affordable housing needs. It's helping small businesses. It's helping the schools with financial literacy. So if the organization does some type of event that fits within our pillars, then we can go to our CRA department and see if we can get some funds to make that type of donation. And if we can't, then we also try to figure out other ways we can support, maybe through volunteerism. And I just like to say, and I'm going to say this as a woman of color, and my own experience, we have a tendency of being loyal when organizations are not loyal to us. But because I've banked here for 20 years, I'm going to stay here and take whatever it is they give me or don't give me. And we need to stop that. Our money is green, and we can take our money and go other places. We need to realize that any banking organization would love to have our business. And so we need to make sure that we're banking with the organization that truly wants our business. And as Aquannette brought out, we're there when times are good, we're there when times are bad. And Valley, because we are such a community-oriented bank, we're 56 billion strong. We're located in about 6 different states at this point. But during the pandemic, the city of West Palm Beach wanted to help the businesses within the city. And who did they go to? They came to Valley. We were able to create a program where they were able to help those businesses. And a year later, they in turn took those funds and turned them into grants instead of loans. So when you're looking for your bank, know what your needs are or some of your needs, and then find a bank that specializes in those needs. As Aqua said, we created this department in 2021 out of the pandemic because executive management realized that minorities and women were struggling to get funding during the pandemic with the PPP. And most of it was not because we didn't have a good product, because we have a very good product or services, but because we weren't showing we were paying ourselves. We just figured if we put it in the account, when we need the money, we'll take it out. But you didn't have proof. And so out of that, this department was created not just to be your banker. We're here to help you with your business overall, to recommend. We partner with not-for-profits in the area. If you're looking for financial literacy, we're one of the partners with the Black Chamber and their new E2C foundation that will be doing training. So we partner with them. We also have sometimes our credit underwriters come speak to you so you can get it right from the horse, the people that are looking at your loan requests. And so I'm very proud to say in the community lending realm, we have come up with a one-page credit application, whereas most banks, they want you to give them 3 years business, 3 years personal, a profit and loss, income statement. And for 5 to 100,000, we have a one-page application. Now we'll help anybody, but our focus is on minorities and women. And I'm going to shut up, and I see Joe has had his hand up for a while.
But thank you, guys have answered pretty much all the questions I had. Great presentation, Aquannette, and then the additional information was helpful. One of the first questions I wrote down was, a lot of small businesses feel like they're too small to have a relationship with a banker. And you jumped in, Aquannette, you talked about how you don't have to have thousands of dollars already. So I think you already jumped in and answered that. But one of my questions, and I think Thea's kind of touched on this already, and Marquise also touched on this, is if you're an analytical business owner, you're looking to start a banking relationship, and you're kind of, I know I'm the kind of guy that I like to create spreadsheets. And what does this bank have versus that bank, and how do I compare, 5 or 6 different banks that I may be considering? And so what kind of things should I be putting on that list to look at as different? I imagine it's the things like, do you have a community lending group, or do you have a minority business focus? Am I on track about how do you decide, what you look for?
Are those things important to you, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, well then I would definitely say that's what you would include.
Mhm.
And then I'd be asking about the fees. You need a checking account? So talk to me about the fees of the checking. I'm
Mhm.
going to need a line of credit because I'm a big believer, and I speak to the women on this. You know how there's just certain things we need in our wardrobe, the little black dress, the pearls, the pumps. So that can take us pretty much anywhere. So as a business owner, you're going to need, say, an operating account. Are there fees with that? I have employees, or I'm a sole proprietor. So I need a payroll account because I don't want a payroll company coming into all my money. I want them to just be able to hit one account. So you're going to need an operating account. Depending on how large you are, you might even find you need a petty cash account because you have some staff that might need to run out and get things. So right there, with all these accounts, what are the fees associated? And then a line of credit, then you want to find out, well, what is it you're going to need for me to look at giving me a line of credit? I might need business credit card because I sometimes have to take some of my clients out or purchase things. Do you have business credit cards? What are the fees associated with that? You know what? My business needs insurance. Do you have any connections? As a matter of fact, Valley owns an insurance company. Yes. Send me your declination pages you have. Let me have them look at it and let's see what we can come up with. To me, if I own the business, I want somebody that can help me because as a business owner, you are so busy running your business, knowing that if you're not bringing in any revenue, then you're in trouble. So we want to help you take some of this off your plate so you can do what you need to do to run your business. So when you're thinking about that spreadsheet, Joe, think
Mhm.
about the things that are important to you.
Thank you. Mhm. Great.
Miss Keeley.
Good morning. Good morning. I think it's particularly refreshing to see that, especially during Women's History Month, that all of your Valley leaders are women with years of veteran experience. So kudos to Valley. I don't know if that's the trend. My question is, suppose I'm a business owner and I have a current relationship that is not with a female banker, and perhaps I'm thinking that as a business owner, that female business banker may be a bit more amenable. How do I transition a current relationship?
Well, what I would do is sit down and if you're happy with the organization, then I would sit down with my current banker and express my concerns or my wants and see, is there an opportunity for me to meet someone that's with that bank? And if there isn't, then I would do my research and I would find a bank. And I'd just like to add that I'm very proud to say that Valley, we have a department called Women in Business. And currently I'm in Orlando with Martine because we're going to have a Women in Business event tonight here in Orlando. And we also do them down our way. Aqua did a gorgeous event late last year where we invite a lot of our women clients and we try to bring them some type of education to the event, something that we feel women need. And the last event we had in West Palm, we had 2 women of color that we helped to get in business along with the BBIC and their physical therapist. And they gave us some pointers to keep that stress down. Because, women, we a lot of times can carry it right in the shoulder area. So they were able to give us some pointers on that. And then it gave us a chance to network. There are so many opportunities out here for women business owners. And a lot of times we might be small where we can partner with other women to go after some of those contracts. Right now, we are in talks with some people about helping bring more women to the airport. So I know the airport is going to be, Palm Beach PBI is going to be looking for more minority vendors, and Valley is in talks now to see if we can help financially to help them bring more out there. So there's a lot of things out there, and you just need to find for your business what the best fit. And I'm not saying I'm the best fit for everybody, but I will say that no one is doing it like Valley is doing it for minority and women.
If
Thank
I
you.
may add something, it's going back to something Aqua and Theus and Martine expressed early on. You are looking for a banker as an expert. And of course, there are people that have different levels of knowledge as it relates to banking and banking needs and services. Your banker is your expert, somebody that you should trust, that connects with you. Stay curious. And don't be afraid to say, I don't understand. Will you please explain that to me? As your expert banker and somebody that connects with you, that cares about your business, he or she will take the time to explain so that you have a full understanding. The better we are able to connect with you, to understand your needs, to know what you need, and your level of knowledge as it relates to banking. And there are vast different levels. And sometimes in your staying curious, you help us be better bankers. We learn a process that maybe we didn't know, and you help to create a groundswell. We're not just helping you, but your fellow community members and other small and thriving businesses. So stay curious. Don't ever be afraid to say, I don't understand, or that doesn't make sense. Will you please explain that to me?
Thank you, Lisa. And if your
Thank
banker
you
has
for
a
that
problem with
perspective,
that,
Lisa.
yeah.
Lisa
welcome.
is with our retail team.
Yep.
And I hope based on her comments, you can see the level of expertise and care that you should expect from your retail management as well, not just the business banking team or the community lending team. You should also expect from your bank to receive invitations to network. The bank should be hosting events and opportunities for you to come out and meet other women in business or other businesses to network and grow your business. So those are the sorts of things that you should be expecting, because part of your journey is to access new network, to get out of your circle. Aqua is shaking her head, and meet other people within the thousands of clients that the bank has. Is your bank doing that for you as well?
And if I could just add to the remark that Keely made, Keely, when we established this department, we realized that the segment of businesses that we were going after, the department needed to replicate that segment. So here in Florida, I do have, and I'll say Palm Beach County, we call ourselves the Valley Girls. But I do have some men, I don't discriminate. But our team does look like the community in which we're trying to bank.
That's awesome. Thank
It
you.
is. I have one question, actually, two. I'm running into an issue with my current bank, business banking checking account. Do you guys have the Zelle? Is that with the business account? Because they say, no, you have to have a personal, and it cannot be used for banking, business checking.
That, anybody know? Lisa,
Yeah.
do you know?
On the corporate side, Tracy, we do not offer Zelle for business. We do offer it on the personal side.
Okay.
This may change going forward, but right now, many banks are in that same position where they do not offer Zelle services for business banking.
Okay, thank you for that. And my second question is, would my account integrate with QuickBooks? Do you guys have some type of software, something that's similar to QuickBooks, or would it integrate with my QuickBooks software?
Yes, look at Mark shaking his head.
Yes, it would integrate with QuickBooks.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
An alternative to Zelle, Tracy, would be to accept your payments via merchant services,
Okay.
where you can easily maybe send them an invoice and let them pay you via invoicing. That's an alternative to Zelle. I know with merchant services now, there are some simple solutions that will help you get there. Maybe
Okay.
explore that.
Okay.
I think the IRS is starting to look into Zelle with so much money going back and forth. You know, Uncle Sam always wants a piece.
Always,
Yeah,
always. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. That's it.
you're welcome.
Just to add to that, Tracy, I do use a service through Valley where I send ACHs. I have permission to take money out of people's account on a periodic basis. So I have it set up where I just send them an ACH and the money comes directly into my account also. So that could be an option as well.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Mark.
that.
Yes, that's very robust to our treasury management services. And that's something that you can look at as well, especially if it's a repeated transactions, or even if it's a one time, but if you have the same amount every month, it's good to be able to put that on automate that. That way you're not manually, it will automatically draft it from the person's account for you. So there are a few solutions to make to receive payments from your clients in a seamless
Okay.
way. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
perfect. Okay, thank you for that. I think we have enough time for maybe one more question.
Okay, I have a comment if there's not a question. I just want to say that Joe's approach is a great way to analytically choose a banker, but one of the things that was in the comments is that whole concept of a dream team. And the relationship part that we're talking about today is very important, because even if they're checking all the boxes, you know, from a metric standpoint, if that banker doesn't have you in their mind and thinking about you when, as Thais mentioned, the airport will be coming up with some deals for minorities. If they're not involving you and letting you know about what's going on, all the metrics out there won't help you. You want somebody who has you at the top of their mind and they're thinking about you. And when deals come up, like when they rolled out the latest program, they let the community know. You want to make sure that your bank has you in their thoughts, so that when these things come up, they make you aware, because there's all types of funding and access to capital that are out there that people are not aware of, and they would have to get that from their bankers. You want to have that type of relationship with your banker.
Good point.
I couldn't have said it better, Mark. I'm going to take you on the road with us.
And I would say if you follow us on LinkedIn, Valley Bank on LinkedIn, you probably have already see how often we spotlight our customers. We spotlight our customers all the time. We have several programs behind the sign where we turn you into a superstar, where we use our platform of Valley Bank to promote your business. So your bank, if you know, kind of look if your bank is doing that as well as one of the ways to interview them. But those are the opportunities that banks should put on the table right now for their businesses, especially for the small businesses.
And not that we do this often, so I don't want to give this perception that we do it all the time, but sometimes things come up. And I think it was last year, an opportunity came up for us to attend a conference in Puerto Rico for women. And I had the opportunity to select a woman to go with me. As a matter of fact, it was Blue Mountain Coffee. So I was able to take her to Puerto Rico. We spent a couple of days at a women's conference networking with other women. And I'm like, what other bank does that? And everything was paid for by Valley for this client to attend.
Okay, well, we're at a point where Tracy, are you going to give us some updates and events?
Yes, I sure can. But before that, I mean, are we done? You want to give any final remarks, Aquannette? Amazing job, by the way.
Thank you. Just thank you for having us be a part of Wednesday Wisdom, and just please ask questions, right? Choose your right banker. we're a phone call away. You can contact us, no matter if you don't bank with us or not, but we're here to be a resource for you and for our community. So I wish you much success in your business, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of Wednesday with them.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. And it's just in time for International Women's Day. So I really feel good about today. And you guys all look beautiful on this camera here. I just wanted to, first off, for those that do not know, my name is Tracy Thomas. I'm the communications manager for the Black Chamber of Commerce of Palm Beach County. And I want to provide you with a few updates in regards to some events that we have going on. Let's see, next week, the 13th, on the 13th, that's a Monday, we are going to be doing a ribbon cutting and art show with the Technical Creative Consulting LLC, which is a management consulting professional services provider that is led by artist and engineer Juanita Dr. Doves Dixon. Join us, that'll be 6 o'clock, and this is located down off of Northwood at the Oso Suites, Oso Eminent co-working space. So we look forward to that. If you are a new member or an existing member and you're on this call, we will be having our new and existing member orientation training on March the 21st at 5 o'clock. You can find all of these events that I'm mentioning on our website and register for these events. And last but not least, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm going to allow our president to cover in our closing remarks, but we will be joining several chamber leaders and members from around the state in Tallahassee for a 2-day event focused on advocacy. This is the 2023 Black Chamber Day at the Capitol. This is on the 27th and the 28th. All the information, registration information is on the website. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you're on this call and you are not a member and you're interested in becoming a member, make sure to contact us. You can contact me directly at info@blackchamberpbc.com, or you can visit our website at blackchamberpbc.com. You can hit the join tab and we have a breakdown of levels as far as our membership. And I'm always here if you have any questions. Again, you guys, thank you. I feel so good today with so much woman power, girl power. This just been all around, not just on this call, but that's just the people that I've been talking with and my own daughter waking up and us having this conversation. It is real, and it just really feels good to see all of you on this line. So thank you.
With that, I'll just close this out. Again, thank you to Valley Bank. You guys have been a long time, Valley in general, been a long time partner with the Black Chamber. Appreciate you guys and your support. Great presentation today, Ms. Thomas and team. Got a lot of good information today. Really appreciate that. Also, Markeisha, really appreciate your partnership with BBIC. You guys have been tremendous for us as well. You guys stole all my thunder. I was going to say a few words about International Women's Day and Women's History Month. Again, I appreciate it. I had a strong mom who's now no longer with us, but I think about every single day. Great wife and a great daughter. So surrounded by great, strong, beautiful women. So thank you guys. The chamber couldn't be what it is without the great women that we have working with us, including Kelly and Tracy. Deus and a team of people who make the chamber as good as it is. Just want to let you know that the chamber is working on our new strategic plan, so you'll be hearing more about that. We're going to be doing a listening tour, going around the county to let folks know, or to hear from people about what we can be doing better and making sure we're servicing our members and our clients as well. And then, as Tracy said, I'm going to be heading up to Tallahassee for Black Chambers Day at the Capitol, making sure we're representing the interests of Black-owned businesses up there. Letting them know what it takes for us to be successful. So again, thank you all for today's participation in this event, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate
Bye.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, guys. Take care.
Bye.